Friends, tonight we're diving into the wacky world of British law with a real gem, the Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666. Now, the name itself sounds like something a wizard would mumble while turning you into a toad, but bear with me. This act, passed during a particularly dramatic time in London's history, has some truly bizarre implications that supposedly echo even to this day. Now, you might be thinking, John, why are you talking about a 359-year-old law? Shouldn't you be making fun of, I don't know, politicians who tweet pictures of their genitals? And yes, that does sound more on brand for me, but trust me, this law is just as wild, if not wilder, than any crotch-pick tweeting politician. The Cestui Que Vie Act, which translates to he who lives in fancy lawyer Latin, revolves around the concept of ownership, specifically ownership of you. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, according to some interpretations of this law, the government might have a claim on your backside, and they've got a dusty old piece of parchment to prove it. So, buckle up, grab a biscuit, and let's unpack this legal enigma, shall we? Picture London in 1666. It wasn't all beefeaters and fancy hats, let me tell you. The Great Plague had just ravaged the city, leaving thousands dead and the survivors looking like extras in a zombie movie. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Great Fire of London decided to show up like an unwelcome guest, torching a good chunk of the city. It was basically the 17th century equivalent of a dumpster fire in a sewer. Amid this chaos, record-keeping went about as well as you'd expect, which is to say it was a complete shambles. People were dropping dead faster than flies on a sticky bun, and nobody had time to update the census. So, Parliament, in their infinite wisdom, decided to pass the Cestui Que Vie Act. The idea was, at its face, simple. Figure out who kicked the bucket during the chaos and what to do with their stuff. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, that's where things get a bit dodgy. See, the act allowed for people to be declared dead if they were missing for a certain period, even if there wasn't a rotting corpse to confirm it. Now, you might think, well, that makes sense. They could have been swallowed by the plague or turned to toast in the fire. But here's the kicker. Once declared dead, their property wasn't just handed over to their next of kin. Oh no, that would be far too sensible. Instead, it was placed in a trust controlled by the government until the supposedly deceased person could return and reclaim it. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, John, are you suggesting that the British government, known for its love of tea and queuing politely, is secretly hoarding everyone's stolen inheritance like a bunch of legal pirates? And to that, I say, I'm just reading what the law says, folks. Section 4, Legal Fictions and the Strawman Concept. This is where we delve into the even weirder part, the concept of legal fiction. According to some, the Cestui Que Vie Act, along with other legal shenanigans, created a separate legal entity for every person. This entity, often referred to as the strawman, is written in all caps on legal documents, birth certificates, driver's licenses, you name it. This strawman, they argue, isn't you, the living, breathing human. It's a fictional construct, a legal ghost, if you will, that exists solely in the realm of government paperwork. And guess what? That strawman, yeah, it's supposedly bound by all sorts of laws and regulations that you, the flesh and blood person, are not. Section 5, Reclaiming Your Birthright. Now this is where things get really fringe. There's a whole movement of folks who believe that by understanding the Cestui Que Vie Act and the concept of the straw man, you can basically unlock secret legal loopholes and free yourself from the shackles of government tyranny. They claim you can reclaim your strawman, become the master of your legal destiny, and tell those pesky parking enforcement officers where they can shove their tickets. Is it true? Honestly, who knows? It sounds like something a guy in a tinfoil hat would tell you while selling you magic crystals. But hey, stranger things have happened. And on a show where I regularly discuss pigeon beauty contests and the mating habits of pandas, I'm not one to judge. So, there you have it, folks. The Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666, a law born from plague and fire that might just hold the key to ultimate legal freedom or might just be a load of old bollocks. You decide.